feel like 45 seconds left. No sand.
Oh, and I see the blue vault. It's down the final path that I didn't.
Can you get it? Can you get it?
I can't make it back in time. There's no shot.
Come back.
Before we begin, let's make this clear first. As with the last time I did this type of video, I will say this again. Sands of Time is a hard game, and people make mistakes plenty of times in the game itself. The videos or the segments about the game are not to make fun or pile on any content creators who make those mistakes, but to point out them and see what could have been done and try to learn from those mistakes. Those mistakes are indeed harsh, but if you took into consideration, it is a learning journey at the end of the day. Okay? Cool. Last event, Sands of Time, was played as the final game in the event, same as with literally every other time the game is played. However, this time, it is an intense one indeed, and a little bit better than last time, as with drastic improvements from some players.
We're on the last.
Okay, Ray, you're I can't swim through that. Oh god.
You're good, aim. You're good, Ray, you're good.
Oh, you jumped through that hole.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself!
So, as last time, we will go over the teams from the bottom to the top and see what they could have done better. Right, let's crack on with the Simmers. Let's just say that compared to their last time, it was actually better, as they always escaped. Like, hey, that's the bare minimum, I would say. Now, with the low amount of coins and the time spent in the map, as well as a close escape from Sasha.
To the right.
Yeah, it's on the other side. It's on the other side.
Oh my
no.
god. Good save.
Oh, what? Looked like there was
Good
nothing
save.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made it!
It really depends on exploring new paths as well as finding snow. Sasha literally carries the team in this game as she explores more of the path, while James struggled to escape a tight scenario. Again, Vault Hunters might help on choosing danger and etc. I don't know. And Zeus being too focused on the puzzles and hub-related games rather than exploring a path, as he is technically a runner. Leave those jobs to Gruon, as he is the Sandkeeper and to help maximize the time in the game itself. Also, just have Shat do the word puzzle, okay? Great, just, skim through it and let Shat figure it out and come back, I don't know. Right, that's 360 coins from them, but unfortunately, low amount of coins. Next is Cerulean Candy Canes. Now, I have to say, it was so close. Seriously, so close for them to be safe and continue for like 60 seconds or so. Now, for those who are wondering and asking, Pearl did well in the game compared to her time in MCC 27. Yes. Now, the only thing, and that's not her fault at all, is the red key. Puffy passed by it. Puffy is the Sandkeeper, and other than solving it, she just passed it. She waits for the chat to answer to the key itself, which of course can be a while, because, they have to get back to you and such. But yeah, again, do it yourself, do the puzzle, and have chat just figure out and come back. That's already what you need to do. It is always encouraged to do the puzzle when you are the Sandkeeper yourself. Also, she holds the green key to the green vault, which, if you have been watching Sands of Time a lot, the green vault is always located near the spawn. So yeah, that's a missed opportunity for more coins and potentially more snow right there. And for Martin, after giving Puffy his 2 snow blocks, he risks himself in exploring deeper into his current exploring path, while there's around 60 seconds left. Either he should spend time coring the tunnels briefly for more snow, for Pete, or wait until they want to escape. This will prevent him from being locked in, as the net of exploring the path there, with the time allocated of 60 seconds, is only 1 snow. And Pete, man, that was a split second and right there, similar to like MCC 17 blue. But wow. time save of not killing mobs could not help him in this case, as it gives some time window of when he went the wrong way. It was really an unfortunate risk, but yeah, damn. Next is Yellow Yetis, and let it be clear, even though Cup did make the urgency clear of the snow timer,
That's 45 seconds, no sand, 45 seconds, 45 seconds.
Sam really greeted himself by exploring a path when there's only 45 seconds left. Yeah, man is really greedy when it comes to maximizing his time in the dungeon. H-Bomb on the other hand, really struggles on the red key puzzle, taking him a minute to try and solve it. What he should have done in that scenario as well is to have Cup doing the puzzle early in the game, as he has the snow and all the time to figure out the puzzle with the snow on his hand. This is really the same trend as with Sapphire and Cerulean, with one of the runners wasting valuable time on the red puzzle itself, not delegating it to the Sandkeeper. This causes Ace to miss out on some snow that they could have potentially get when exploring more paths. And for False, yeah, she was being too careful with the mobs in the game and not dealing with them too much, which caused her to yield less coins than expected. With Vault Hunters, she may potentially be more comfortable in dealing with mobs in those scenarios. Yeah, this seems another fortunate one indeed, but again, it is a learning experience for everyone and the last two teams. Then we have Pink Presents. This time, it's about some lack of skills when it comes to mob management, with two of the three runners not being too experienced on that. Blushy struggled in the same section as False, as well as wasting 2 minutes on the red puzzle itself, which can be delegated to Sniffrish, their Sandkeeper. Ludwig also struggled in the same section and going to the same section as Blushy, as Blushy did not mark her section off. Ludwig also can't figure out how snow looks. Yeah, snow is animated this time, so that should fixes the problem, right? This team's flaw is really down to marking paths and experience in dealing with mobs in general. This is why markers are very valuable to guide if a path is explored or not. And without markers, that could lead you to waste time in someone else's path that was unmarked, and that leads to less coins and less snow. This team did okay, but man, the marker was the one that makes or breaks this team quite a bit. Now, the next 5 teams were really close in coins, and it all comes down to minor mistakes. First, Gingerbreadman, purple. Man, the green vault should have been for Scott's. Scott could have unlocked the freaking vault instead of you wasting time and get the green vault that is all the way inside the hub. It's around the hub, Scott can get it, okay? Yeah? Yeah. For Becky, she had a path diff moment where she explored a path that yields low amount of coins compared to the others. Also, target blocks, coin blocks, yeah. But other than that, aside from Impulse still being new to the game, as well as with Becky, it was a pretty alright snows-up time, compared to Becky's last time in Rising, where it was an unfortunate one. Second is Purple Penguins. Now this team is all about the lack of snows. While this team has the highest amount of coins gathered per time, it all comes down to the snows themselves. And that could be maximized if Velvet does not struggle on the puzzles. Yep. As with the other teams, the problem lies on the puzzle itself. Bad should have done it. Yeah. If Velvet were to explore the dungeons and let Bad do the puzzle, then the team could gather more snow, and thus more time to explore and get coins other than ones from the vaults that they are focusing on. But otherwise, their dreamlike strategy of rushing to vaults worked and got them to the top 5 of the game. Third is Mistletoes. While Sylvie and Hannah explored the dungeons pretty well, Shovel was struggling to find the right path for her. The paths that she explored were plenty of parkour, and parkour, and parkour. Yeah, she should have skipped those parkours and let Sylvia or Hannah, who are good at them, to try and complete them. But other than that, even though they let Hannah, a runner, did the red puzzle, but it turned out to be a good sense of time for them. Fourth is Emerald Elves. Now, Illumina was the one who did the red puzzle, but this time, compared to literally the other teams, the man did the puzzle very early, very fast. Like, really fast, so he's out of ordinary on that. I mean, he's a top one for season 2 anyway, hey, yeah. Otherwise, this team could have maximized their time if Jack would have gotten the blue key first. What Jack should have done, as Tommy was the blue vault runner, is to call out if he saw any blue markings on the wall. If yes, tell Tommy immediately to go to his path, and him exploring the path that Tommy was in. Or have Tommy and himself come back to spawn and exchange the keys immediately. This could help not waste time when the blue vault is discovered. But other than that minor detail, this team did very well indeed. And before the first place team, we have Theo Turkeys. Now while the rest of the teams did well, with Sneaks doing the okay, all of these teams so far, Sandkeeper, no red puzzle. Yeah, wow, I guess the runners and their chats are good at puzzles, I guess. But aside from that, Jardong was really struggling on getting that blue vault, as with his path being very branching. What he should have done is, well, try to minimize the time to get to the vault as much as possible. That means skipping some mobs, leaving like only one per spawner, and also focusing on following the blue markings. And yeah, it should be okay from there. But at the end of the day, it really is a path diff, and it is a wise choice for him to not go for that vault when he found at the end, as with the timer being low at that point. But besides that, the team did well, despite that blue vault. And finally, Red Reindeer. And this is the first time that I would say this. There really is little to nothing to pick on about for this time round. Like, literally, they tried their very best to maximize the game, and they did it well. But one thing to point out, and it really depends on the players themselves, is with the Golden Vault. With JoJo finding it, it really is a choice between A, either going for it with all those coins, B, going for it but banking the coins. 842 coins will be banked when it's already deducted if she were to go for that route. Or C, just not risking it at all. JoJo chose the third option of not risking it, and with around 140 seconds left, yeah, it could be wise to pick that choice, even though it could have gotten around 950 more coins from the gold vault when you compare to when Dream opens the gold vault in MCC 22, which also, by the way, is 803 divided by 2.5, then multiplied by 3 for the 950 coins I mentioned, okay? Yeah. And as well, JoJo choosing the third option is a better option as well, as with, you know, that parkour warrior finish. Yeah, it could be tense for with those jumps in the lava park, yeah. But overall, little to nothing to pick on about this time, aside from that ultimatum. And also, that last second clutch by Gem is one of the greatest clips in MCC, I would say.
Should we just bank?
Run, bank, 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 bank,
Okay,
bank.
bank.
Oh my gosh,
Go,
I
go,
do
go,
not
go.
know if I'm gonna make
You've got
this.
it, you've got it.
You make it, you make it, you make it.
Just run, you've got it.
You make it.
No, the skeleton boost, the skeleton boost!
Yes!
Yes! Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god!
And that's it. Now, what do we learn today? Well, first is that dreaded red puzzle. If the runner is really confident that they could complete it in under a minute, then go for it. If not, have the Sandkeeper do it. You will waste your time focusing on the puzzle if you spend way too long and you are the runner. Second thing is the mobs. Try to leave only like one mob per spawner, as killing can equal to wasting time going through the paths. But if it accumulates to like many and many, then yeah, you can kill some of them. Mob management is the key here. And finally, communication and decision making are the keys here in the game. If you're not good at parkour, don't do it and leave the others who are confident to do it. If you are on the blue path and someone else who is focusing on the blue vaults have the key, switch positions with them. Either way, this game is still a hard game, and it is tough to make some decisions on the spot. Oh boy, I can't wait for the next season's Sands of Time.